Hi friends, today let's see how to format a hard drive or how to format a pen drive. So let me connect my pen drive first to my USB port. So once after connecting any device, any USB storage device, directly it will be mounted on your desktop. In case if any of your hard drives are giving errors, like say Mac OS cannot repair the disk, similarly to mount it is asking for a password. Let us say I forgot the password. Now what to do? So since you forgot the password from the encryption, you have to lose the data. So how do I at least utilize this pen drive? I'm going to disk utility now. On the left hand side, if you observe, you can see 1 TB. It is an external hard drive connected but not mounted. At the same time, you can see Untitled 4, like there are 3 more partitions or 3 more volumes you can see. So how do I see all the data? So in this view area, drop down menu, click and say show all devices. Once you select it, oh, this is a Kingston pen drive which contains 3 partitions. So if I wanted to format it, just select the main drive, not any of these volumes. If you select a volume, you are formatting actually only a volume, not the whole hard drive. So if you select the whole hard drive or pen drive or storage device, click on the partition. You can see right now there are 3 partitions. So let us say I don't want any of the partitions now and directly I wanted to format it. So just select the main drive again. Next to the partition button in the menu bar, you can see something called erase. So click on that erase. It gives you multiple options to you, like what is the format you want. So if you want to use this pen drive only for Mac, that means you are copying the data from this computer to another Mac. So that means you are going to use only pen drive within this area itself. Then it is always a good idea to use Mac OS Extended. But what is APFS? APFS, Apple File System, which is a pretty new format which is compatible from 10.13 onwards. If you have a previous operating system like say 10.12 or 10.11 or something, Mac operating system cannot understand this APFS. So if you have older computers, it is always good idea to use Mac OS Extended. But let us say you have another Windows computer and a Mac computer at your home. If you wanted a pen drive which is compatible between Mac and Windows, my suggestion is go for MS-DOS FAT or you can go for exFAT. So the difference is MS-DOS FAT, some limitations like file size, etc. Whereas extended FAT, this is like MS-DOS FAT only, but a new format, extended FAT. So you can format as extended FAT or any other formats. And the partition scheme, mostly not required. You can use MBR, which is good for Windows as well as Mac also. So I'll use, see that the moment I selected master boot record, so you didn't see that Apple's APFS, those kind of things, only some limited formats are available. So if you want to give a data, like say data, some any name, whatever name you want, you can give that one. So click on erase. So once you erase, while erasing, normally everything will be auto unmounted. Then once the format is done, so it will be mounted once again on your desktop with whatever the name you had given just now. So most probably the name I was given as like data pen drive, I guess. So that's the name which you are going to see on the desktop. Okay, now you can see that the pen drive is formatted and the pen drive capacity is approximately 8 GB. After formatting, you can see 7.91 GB. Okay, in case if you want to see the space, like previously we had discussed one of the video, so you can go into view menu and show status bar. In the status bar, it says 7.92 GB is available. Okay, that's one thing. And remember, as I said initially, so there is a hard drive which is already connected, but it is not mounted. That hard drive name is called 1 TB. So I'm selecting that 1 TB and click on mount so that it will be mounted on your desktop with the whatever the name it's already given there. So it was saying 1 TB. Let us see what happens. There is a difference between a pen drive and an external hard drive. Pen drive will be always shown in white color, and any other external hard drive, whether it is a SSD or a HDD or anything else, it will be shown as an orange color hard drive. So white is for pen drive and orange for the hard drive. Now this orange drive is already having lots of data, which I don't want to format this one, but you can see that 366.39 GB data is there. That means my hard drive is approximately 70% is occupied, but I want to make a partition out of that one. See here, if you select 1 TB, you can partition, you can erase, etc, etc. But while partitioning, you need to select the main hard drive and then click on the partition. As I already said, there is only one partition right now, but if I want to make another partition, click on the plus icon. So by default, it will take whatever extra space is available. But instead of that one, I want to have 100 GB. You can press enter. Otherwise, you can use even tab also. But another easiest option is hold this slider, and then by dragging the handle towards left or right side, you can understand that the space for untitled, for the new partition, is going to be like you can change it. But anyway, I'll enter 100 and click on apply. So are you sure? Yes. And what happens during this time? Partitioning this device will change some of the partitions, but no partitions will be erased. So meaning is you are not actually losing the existing data, but the good thing is it makes another partition inside your hard drive. So sometimes what happens, you wanted to make a partition and particularly you want to utilize that partition for loading a Mac operating system or something else. So for that purpose, this style of making a partition is always very good. Okay, so once partitioning is complete, it will be mounted on your desktop. This time it is going to be like 1 TB and untitled one, or whatever name you had given already that. So let's see what to do now. Okay, once partitioning is over and when it is mounted automatically on your desktop, so you can see that since there is a good partition with approximately 100 GB or 95 GB is available, Mac operating system identified, hey, there is a new hard drive connected to this computer, and it is giving you an indication that do you wanted to use this partition for Time Machine backup. In case if you need Time Machine backup, you can use backup disk or you can decide later. Anyway, I'm going to use this backup disk and another video about like how to use Time Machine. Okay, so for time being, I'll say just simply don't use. Okay, now once it is completed, now you can see that there are two partitions. But in future, at any time, if you wanted to delete this portion, or if you wanted to delete both the partitions, or if you wanted to merge both these partitions, let me show you how to do that one. So I'm selecting the main hard drive again. Again, you need to go back to your partitions, and there you can see this is untitled one partition and the remaining partition is called 1 TB. So whichever partition you wanted to remove, you can just simply select that one and then click on minus. Then if once you click apply, it automatically will be added to the previous partition. By the way, in case if you want to create a partition on your boot drive, which is called main drive, so that's also you can do. So simply select your hard drive and go to your partition and say, do you want to make a volume or you want to make a partition? By the way, add volume is good for data, and if you want to make a partition, you can make a partition, but the partition is good for data as well as if you want to install the OS. So how do I do this one? Click on partition again. So the same way, so you can click on plus, and as the way we did previously, you can select something like that, whatever partition size you want, you can just simply select and then apply. So that's how you can make a partition. Right now I don't want to make a partition in this one, so I'll just leave it like that. And let me select my pen drive once again, select, and click on erase if you want to erase this one. So since it is an MBR, it was not allowing me to make more partitions. Let me do one thing. So I'll make GUID partition and then erase. So it will be much faster since there is no data in that one. Once erasing is completed, then once again it will be mounted automatically on your desktop. So once it is done, let me show you how many partitions you can make out of this pen drive. Even though it is a simple 8 GB partition, still you can make number of partitions. So that depends on like what is the requirement for you. If you want to utilize the single partition, then straight away you can utilize it. So selecting and partition icon, and you can see right now there is only one partition. By clicking on the plus icon, by default it makes two equal partitions, and as I said already, if you want to make something like this, you can do that. But now let me show you. Click on plus, it makes third partition. So like this, multiple partitions. When I say revert and then put again plus, equally creating multiple partitions. So you can go up to 16 partitions at a stretch. Once you click on apply, it will take some extra time, but everything will be mounted on your desktop with the name whatever you are given. So right now it says like untitled up to I guess 13 or something. Okay, so I'll just click on revert so that I'll have one single partition. By the way, disk utility available inside your applications folder, and inside the applications folder there is a folder called utilities. Inside that utilities you can see disk utility, but the easiest way to open disk utility is just simply use Spotlight, type disk utility, and disk utility application will open up. Whenever you have some issue with your external hard drive or an internal hard drive, you can use it. But if you have already booted through the Apple, you cannot do some of the first aid kind of things. First aid, if you want to do, you need to boot from the recovery partition. From the recovery partition, you need to first aid your bootable hard drive. So that's like we'll see it in a different video itself. So okay, if you like this video, please share with your friends, comment, and if you have not done the subscription till now, so please do the subscription and encourage us. Thank you so much.